We're going to begin balance practice today. We're going to want to have our chair set up in such a way that our feet aren't resting on the mats. We'll come back to the mat in a little while. We want to have the floor, the carpet available because we're going to do some proprioceptive work with our feet in a few minutes. And let's see if I can set this up in such a way that you can actually see my feet. So as we go into balance exploration, we did a little bit this summer. We're going to do more over the course of the next month or so. I want to invite you to be careful about how you speak to yourself. Take care in how you speak to yourself. So one of the things I hear a lot is I have no balance, or my balance is bleep, or balance is really a concern or an issue. I'm going to invite you to the idea that my balance improves with every step I take. So the brain listens to how we talk to ourselves and says yes to that which we choose to incubate with thought. So creating an affirmation, a positive affirmation about balance can be very helpful. This week's affirmation is, my balance improves with every step I take. My balance improves with every step I take. So one of the other things about balance is being able to have a really keen awareness of our feet, and feet that function and work well, that we're connected to, really helps our balance. And one of the things I learned along the way is feet, knees, and hips, if they're not organized well, in order to maintain balance, we overuse our neck. So if the neck feels strained, it could be a foot issue. It could be related to how the feet are connected to the experience of being embodied. So we're going to begin today with our breath. So we settle in to our breath. And as we breathe, I invite you to a simple scan, noticing the feet, the knees, the hips, the seat beneath the hips, the shoulders, the neck, and the head. We're going to start by shrugging our shoulders up and down. Let the hands dangle, shoulders up and down. Draw them up with intention, release completely. Slow lift, quick release. Slow lift, quick release. Slow lift and quick release. Now turning the palms up, we're going to do some sun breath. So we're breathing our arms up in a sweep. Come only as high as your shoulders allow. And then we turn the palms down as we release on the exhale. We're opening the palms to lift. In breath and release on the exhale. So however long your in-breath is how quickly the arms move up, and how slowly the arms release matches the exhale. So for you, it's connecting with your own breath. Hello, hello, hello. One more time. This time we're going to draw our hands together and come to heart center. Pause here in Anjali Mudra. And we release. Now we're going to imagine that the spine is our axis and everything moves around the spine. We're going to start by keeping the head in alignment with the spine. We're going to rock or sway gently to the right and to the left, or to the left and to the right. Just going back and forth. Just noticing. We're not leading with the head. We're not leading with the neck. We're noticing maybe how our feet connect. Maybe they rock a little bit as we go right and left. And then we're going to go forward and back. The next time we're at center, we come forward and back. So we're having a little swaying action here. Keeping the head aligned with the spine. And then we're going to bring that to a pause. And now we're going to circle, imagining the spine as our axis. And we're circling around the spine. So we're not going too far back or too far to the side. We're circling in one direction. Pause and then reverse. There's the word, reverse direction. Pause. And now we're going to close the eyes and circle in one direction. So close the eyes and sense our way into the circle. Make it as easy as possible. Perhaps the jaw softens a little bit here. Pausing in the center, keeping the eyes closed. Reverse direction. Just feeling our way into a circle with a nice long spine. And now we pause. The eyes open. We bring our attention to our feet. Let's start with the left foot. We're going to slide it forward and drag it back. Slide it forward, bring it back. We're just warming up the feet. And then we're going to go side to side with the feet. And maybe create circles with the feet. We're waking up the bottom of our foot. This is so important for balance. Now, if you notice that you're getting cramps at any point, it simply means I've overworked my muscles. I've overworked the practice, which means make it smaller. Make it smaller. Make it smaller. And then pause, sensing from the sole of the foot, watching the sparkly bits of energy that maybe have moved up the leg. Or maybe they've moved up the left side of the body. Maybe they've moved up all the way into the head. It's all connected, you know. Switching sides now. I'm going to slide a foot forward. Slow slide. And again, at any point, if things hurt, stop. Make the movement smaller. And then we're going to make it a little bit more interesting. Oh, there's a figure eight. Well, how about that? A scoot, a slide, a circle. Waking up the bottom of the feet. And then we're going to pause. Allowing our body to notice. Allowing our mind to notice. Allowing our nervous system to notice our feet. Oh, there's my feet. So now we're going to actually pretend like we're trying to pick a ball up with our toes. So we're drawing them in really tightly. And then we release them. The toes lift and then we spread the toes. Then we contract again. This is an opportunity to really notice whether or not the foot's cramping, because if the foot's cramping, Don't do such an extreme action. So now we're waking up the toes. See if we can feel when we're sliding the toes in and contracting. Can we feel each toe tip? Just noticing. So this is a seated Pada Bandha. Pausing here. I noticed that I was using my hands to illustrate. Not necessary, though it can be fun. So we're going to do some sit stands now. So this time with the sit stand, instead of sitting all the way down in the chair, we're just going to do a deep squat where our sit upon comes really close to the chair, maybe even touching it, never fully landing. We're going to do this with feet a little bit wide, maybe as wide as the rungs of the chair. Come on up. We're going to bring our hands to heart center, and we sit and we lift. And if your knees are bugging you, only go so far. You don't have to go all the way down. We want to keep those knees happy, though this does help get those knees lubricated. And again, when we bring our feet, our knees, and our hips to the party, we use our neck less. Breathing here. And the next time we're up, we're going to pause and feel our feet. So let's do that Pada Bandha again. I'm going to move my feet to their about hip width apart. And I'm going to rock forward and scrunch my toes, seeing if I can notice each toe tip. Pause here. Look for the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, pinky toe, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, pinky toe. Release. There's a little backwards rock, and then the toes come up and spread. Then they come together again, rocking forward, and then rocking back. The forward rock may be an exhale. Coming back is the inhale. The rock forward is the exhale. And coming back. And then we pause. Woohoo! Going to bring a chair nearby for just in case. So now we're going to do a tightrope action. We've done this before. I'm going to do it again because this is such a good balance practice. So have a chair nearby where you can touch down or know that it's there. We're going to start by bringing the right foot in front of the left. I'm going to turn sideways. So the right foot's in front of the left. And I'm going to rock back on the heel, lift the front toes on both feet. And then I'm going to rock forward and lift the heels of both feet. So we're going back and forth, lifting the toes, make it slow. And notice the whole foot. We're going to rock back, notice the heel, and then the heel. The front toes are going to come up. We're resting on the heel. The back toes come up. We're resting on the heel. Rolling forward, ball mound of the back foot, ball mound of the front foot, releve. Coming all the way to the floor, the whole foot, and then the back foot. Then the front toes lift and the back toes lift. You get the idea. We'll do that once more in each direction. And then we're going to pause and we're going to switch feet. So now we've got the right foot behind the left. And you might discover one side requires more support than the other. So we're rocking back to start with. And then we're rolling forward, coming on to the tiptoes. Again, if you're getting a cramp, don't make the movement so big, or even stop and just imagine the motion. Back and forth. And the next time we find our feet on the floor, we're going to pause in mountain. And just notice how this feels. Shake it out just a little bit. So now we're going to do a practice of crane to crescent. Now, many of us have done crane before. Crane is the lifting of one leg, and the crescent is the extending behind. We can do it on the floor, on our hands and knees. We can do it standing. We're doing it standing. So have a chair nearby if balance is an issue that you can put your hand on. We're going to start by lifting the right leg. And let's just bring it to the tiptoes to start with, and then release back to the floor, noticing the action of the foot as we do this. So we're coming up onto the ball mound of the foot. We're noticing all the toes of the foot, and then the knee is at its zenith, at its bend. So we're going to ground here. We're going to find our center. We're going to stay focused, and we're going to allow our mind to be steady. So we're going to lift this leg any amount. So maybe it's tiptoes, or maybe it's all the way up here. Maybe the knee to 90 degrees. If you get higher than that, good on it. And then we release that foot to the floor. Switching sides. We're going to start by balancing on the right leg. Maybe there's a little soft bend in the knee. So a softness in that standing leg. And then we're going to bring our toes to the tiptoes, then slowly lower the foot, feeling the whole expanse of the foot as it releases to the floor. Then we're going to come back up, ball mound of the foot. Oh, there's all the toes, feeling each toe individually. One more time, releasing to the floor. And now we're going to bring our leg up. We're going to find our balance. And maybe the toes are on the floor, or maybe the knee is up. And then we come back to the floor. And now we're going to add the crescent. So with this posture, the foot comes behind and the arms come up. And maybe that back foot toe comes off of the floor. Again, the knee can be soft. And then we're going to open the arms and come back to crane. And then the arms float up and we go back to crescent. Arms come down, palms up, crane. Extend that leg behind. Arms float up, crescent. Arms float down, palms up, crane. And one more time, we come to crescent. Floating back down, pause for a moment. So the invitation here is to ground into the standing leg, find the center, stay focused, and keep the mind steady. In other words, let the laundry list or the to-do list scoot away. Don't need it here today. Well, not right now. Okay. We're shifting sides. Let's start with our arms out, palms up. We come to crane. And then the arms come above the head, and we come to crescent. We come to crane and crescent, crane and crescent, crane and crescent. Back to center. Pause here. Feel the connection of the feet to the mat, to the floor, to the earth. And now let's tightrope walk. So we're going to bring one foot so the heel of the foot touches the front toes or gets close to that. We're going to tightrope walk now. Again, grounded, steady, focused. When you're back to where you started, take it backwards. Finding your balance. Take it backwards. Shake it out. Lift one leg and shake. Lift the other leg and shake. First leg shakes. Second leg shakes. First leg shakes. Second leg shakes. One more time on each side. Woohoo! Pausing here in mountain. Affirming my balance improves with every step I take. My balance improves with every step I take. My balance improves with every step I take. Won't you join me as we settle into Shavasana? And as we sit, do it as slowly as you can, trusting that that chair is right behind you and is going to seat easily and effortlessly. Scoot a little bit forward on the chair. Come back to the feet. Settle in. Feel the ground. Find the center. Focus on the breath. And let the mind be steady and calm. Today's thought is from our good friend Rumi. You have no need to travel anywhere. Journey within yourself. Enter a mine of rubies and bathe in the splendor of your own light. Bathe in the splendor of your own light. We close with our traditional sun breath, palms open. We're going to gather all the blessings that already exist, and we draw them in appreciation and gratitude into our hearts. And with a smile, we say namaste.